Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cole. I love makeup and colour, and today we're going to be testing out another foundation. This is the new Forever Hydra Nude foundation from Dior. Okay, so this one comes in 18 shades. I went for the shade 1N, which is the second lightest shade. Is 18 shades enough? I don't know. But let's have a look what they say about this. So Dior captures natural perfection in a foundation that has an imperceptible it has some sort of finish and a bare skin effect. With 24-hour wear infused with hyaluronic acid, it delivers 48 hours of hydration and lets the skin breathe all day. Composed of 96% natural origin ingredients and mineral pigments, in perfect affinity with the skin, its fresh, lightweight formula, drenched with at least 50% water, blends effortlessly to achieve a natural result. The finish is second skin natural perfection. Coverage is medium and with a no makeup feel. So 18 shades and 3 undertones. So we're going to do what we normally do in my foundation reviews. I've got a sponge for half of it and I'm going to use the fine foundation brush for the other half. Since trying this in my foundation, which was last Friday's May foundation video, I really like this, so we're going to use this again. I'm just going to pull out these long brush hairs. Okay, so on my skin I have, as always, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dew Drops, just so it doesn't interrupt with anything. We're going to give this a good shake. As always, lovely packaging from Dior. You've got the CD on top. The only thing I will always say, these high-end foundations, and it's already doing it, like I've not even used this foundation yet, and the lettering is starting to come off. I feel like this happens with all high-end foundations and it's just really frustrating. Okay, we're going to do 2 pumps on my brush. I'm pretty sure this is a good shade match. It's quite yellow though, considering they're saying this is neutral. As a pink undertoned person, it is quite yellow. And as with all fashion house makeup brands and very luxury makeup brands, the scent is intense. It smells like all the other Dior foundations if you've ever tried one, but it is quite intense. Okay, 2 pumps. It's kind of been swallowed up by my skin. Okay, so without and with, it definitely looks more perfected, but I feel like although it's blended in beautifully with that brush, it's really swallowed up the product. So I am a bit concerned at what the sponge is going to swallow up. So I'm going to do another 2 pumps on the sponge and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, I actually feel like we're getting more coverage with the sponge, which is quite unusual compared to the brush side. Okay, yeah, I definitely prefer this one with a sponge. So this is the brush side. and this is the sponge side. The sponge is just more luminous, and I actually think, like I said, I think the coverage is higher on the sponge side, which does surprise me quite a lot. I'm just going to go over the rest of it with the sponge. It is a little dark. It's going to be a good like summer shade for me, but it's a bit dark. On first application, this looks really nice. So that's the sponge side. That is the brush side. I think it looks nice on the nose. Looks nice on the chin. I've not got a whole load of products on my forehead just because I didn't feel like I needed it today. But I think that looks really nice. I'm intrigued to see how this wears. I'm obviously not going to be wearing it for 24 hours because I like bed. So it is currently 11:36. We're probably going to wear this for about 8-9 hours. So I'm going to do a halfway check-in and then I'll be back at the end of the day to check in. But so far so good. I think it looks really nice. I think it looks really natural and luminous. So I'm intrigued to see how we get on with this one. Hello chickens, welcome back to check-in number 1. It is 4:28. It's 4:28. So we've been wearing this for about 5 hours. Let's get up close and personal. This is what we are currently looking like. I think this looks really nice. There is a little bit of dryness on my top lip and a little bit in the creases of my nose, but other than that I actually think this looks better than when I first put it on. Although I like that dewy finish, this is set down to just such a natural finish. Like honestly, if I wasn't wearing as much makeup on top of it, I think it would look like a skin tint, but it's a little bit more high coverage. I think this looks really nice. The colour has not oxidized too much, so it's still pretty good. I'm really impressed with this so far. What do you think so far? I think it looks good on my nose, which is pretty hard for a foundation to do. Let me just get right in. And let's have a little forehead check. That's what we're looking like there. Little bit of dryness right in the middle of my forehead, but other than that I think this looks really nice so far. I'm impressed so far. I'm going to come back probably in about another 4 or 5 hours ish and do another check-in, but for 5 hours wear I think this looks great. I will see you shortly. Hello my loves, it is 7:39. I am ready to take this off because it's basically not changed at all since I last updated you. I actually think this is a really lovely foundation. It's sat pretty well on my nose, even on some bits like I've got some quite kind of heavy dryness around here. It's sat really nicely on it. I am really impressed by this one. It is a little bit lighter coverage than I would normally go for an actual foundation. It's more kind of skin tint level coverage for me, but I actually think it looks really pretty. It looks healthy. Let's go a little bit closer. We've definitely got some kind of movement on my nose, but nothing like we had with the fine foundation that I tried last Friday. A little bit of gathering around my nose, but again, not to be unexpected. I think it still looks really nice under my eyes. I'm impressed with this one. I really am. I definitely think I still like the side we did with the sponge a little bit better. It looks a little bit lighter, whereas there's a bit more coverage and a bit more glow on the side that we did with the brush. So I think, to be honest, I'm not really bothered how I apply it. I like the way it looks on both sides. I feel like you can just tell there's a little bit more product on this side. But it doesn't look heavy or cakey or anything like that. There's a little bit of gathering around my nose ring, but that tends to happen. If any of you have nose rings, you'll get that. So overall, I am really impressed. I would probably do a little bit of kind of a grippy primer on the nose, just because it's moved a little bit. But to be fair, in its defence, I would normally also powder my nose, which I didn't do today, because I like to see when I do my foundation wear test how it lasts. So overall, I'm really impressed with this one. I'd love to know how you guys think it looks. What do we think about it? Would you buy this one based off how it looks on me? Let me know if you have tried this one. Let me know what kind of skin type you have and whether you like it or not. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. I'm going to take these eyelashes off and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Bye, my loves.